Hope you don't mind. I'm going to be doing a little bit of housework while I'm working on this TikTok video. Anyway, one of the things that I hear when I'm coaching clients is, I can't believe they gave their body to somebody else. I can't believe they gave their energy, their time to somebody else. And one of the things that I just want to make very clear is our partners, our spouses, our significant other, they don't give their bodies, their minds, their energies, their soul to other people the way they give it to us. Oftentimes with men, especially if there's a sexual addiction, or let's just say, acting, meeting up with people, acting out is a coping mechanism. It's a release, or it's an escape, or a fantasy. That's not giving their body away. I mean, it's almost a mechanical act. So it's not giving away their body the same way that other people would. Oh, I think my cat's about to jump if you want to. Maybe not. Anyway, they're not giving their body, their mind, the soul the same way. True partnership is emotional vulnerability. Now, because you might be saying, well, wait a minute, Mr. J, they told the affair partner all these secrets and all these things. Well, great, fine, and dandy. That's because somebody wants to give somebody what they want just so they can get what they need. When I was young and immature and wanted to date somebody, I'd tell them whatever they needed to hear just so I can get what I can get. But that's selfish. That's not true love. Same thing with the mechanical act of giving yourself to somebody, physically. It's not a spiritual connection. It's not an emotional connection. It's not an intellectual connection. It is you say and do things when you're drinking. You say and do things when you're on drugs. You say and do things when you want something. But those are just things that you say and do. Your partner, your spouse, your significant other did not give the other person the same energy, the same emotional vulnerability, the same, and they just can't. Why? Because it's built on lies, deception, manipulation, gaslighting, secrecy. How is any of that authentic? So just know that the next time you think, oh my God, I can't believe they were with somebody sexually, or they laid side by side with somebody and said this and all that, they were in an altered state of mind, bottom line. And one of the things I want you to remember, and I don't care if you just discovered this yesterday, discovered this last month or last year, you are now, if you're rebuilding, you are now with a different person. It's very, very difficult to look at somebody in the eye and have a conversation with them after you discover they were with somebody else, because you're grossed out, you're disgusted, you're disappointed, you're angry, you're frustrated, and so much more. Just try to understand the person that you were with yesterday, the person that was involved in these things, the person of last year is not the person you're with today. This person you're with today, they want to be transparent. Again, if they're rebuilding and if they're doing all they can to rebuild, and if they really, really want to rebuild with full transparency, honesty, and they do want to rebuild, this is not the same person you're with. It's not. It's a different person. This person now has seen the light, which is why 99.9% of the times I'm talking to somebody who betrayed their spouse and they're like, oh my gosh, it's like a weight lifted off me. They're glad they were found out. Now, if you're watching this and you were betrayed, that weight just went on your shoulder, actually knocked you in the gut with that. But they are so glad this weight is over. They're done living in lies. They're done living with secrecy. They're done living in guilt and shame. Unfortunately, they transferred that all onto you if you're the person on the other end of this. But they are now living, kind of like with a clear conscience. Of course, they have a lot of work to do to rebuild, a lot of work to do, a lot of time. But they weren't in it for any other reason than an unhealthy coping mechanism. So I just want you to kind of think about it. The person you were with when they were doing what they were doing is not the person you're with today. Now, if they're a narcissist, a psychopath, or just a complete selfish butt, that's maybe. But if they're rebuilding and they're at least attempting to try to earn your trust, don't look at them as what they did. Look at them as a new person, a new creation, trying to earn your trust, to rebuild and have a happier relationship than you've ever imagined.